Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. It's November the 8th, Election Day. And I made a couple modifications to the TheRumpledOne's dashboard. I know, I said I wasn't going to, but I just can't seem to help it. I just keep getting good ideas and people email good ideas, so I keep working on it. Anyway, let's get to it. So there was a trader who said there was a problem with the gap, and I didn't see that problem, and I posted it. So traders, let me tell you something. If there's a problem, here's what I want you to do. Take a pic of the screen that you're having a problem with. You can either do a control or function print screen, or hit the print screen key and then paste it in the email, or you can right click and save as a picture and attach the picture to the, but I need the chart so I can see what you see. Also, let me know what broker you're using, and finally go ahead, save the template and let me know, and then send me a copy of the template. That way I have all your indicator inputs, so if there's something wrong that with the inputs, I can see it. Otherwise, we're gonna have to go back and forth with the emails or over the phone. This way I can do it a lot quicker. So if you can work with me, I would appreciate it. Okay, so what have I done to the dashboard? Let's see, I added something to the dashboard. What was it that I added? And now I can't remember. I do know I changed the breakout time period column. Let's put this to 0 because it's pretty early here. It's 3:44 on the West Coast, which means that the Australian market just opened, and as you can see, it's not there because I didn't turn the column on. So we need to turn that column on. So this is the type of thing where you might say, hey, it's not working. Well, if you don't turn the column on, it's not going to work. So let's just put this as a 1. It should appear over on the right hand side. And so you can see here we're going to work with the 00 hour. So before it would just say like BK high or BK low. Well, we already know it's a breakout, so I don't need to tell you that twice. But what I did was I gave you a pip counter so you know how far it's broken out. Orange is the breakout color, and you just saw that switch. The magenta color, that is when it's within the threshold. So here, if it's within 1 or 2 pips, it'll light up. So you can see here, actually this is on H4. Let's switch the time frame to H1. And let's see, this is the 1 o'clock, so you can see here now it's pulled back, but this would be the breakout candle. Okay, and what we can do here is we can go, because I already have HL5 loaded up, we can tell it to turn off the regular lines, turn on the show timeline, so we're going to turn those on, and we're going to use the 0. So you can see here's the H1 high and low. So you can see right there, it's right there, and there it is. You see how that works? Okay, so that's how that works. So I think that's an improvement. Now the other column that I added, I was just kind of playing with you. I'm not that spacey. I added what I call the ATR left column. And let's put this all the way to the left on the indicator. I think 26 will do it. Okay, and let me change one other thing here, because I had it set at H4, but what I really want it set at is I want to do it for the daily, 1 day. So that ATR period 1 day is going to work. Wow, 101. We don't want 101. That would take forever to run. Okay, now what does this column tell you? We've got the ATR versus the open. So we want to know how much gas is left in the tank. In other words, price goes up so far and then it'll stall. And we're going to base that on the ATR. Okay? So if we're using the ATR, we know what that is. And so from the daily open, we're going to calculate how far price has already moved from the daily open, but then how much is left for it to complete the ATR. So if the ATR was up here, we want to know how many pips is left in the tank, right? Would be that area right there. Okay? And so that's computing ATR from the open. But we also want to know from the ATR high how much is left. And so what we're going to do is, this is taking in consideration the total range for the day rather than just the range from the open. So we would compute the range, which is the high minus the low, and then we subtract that from the ATR, and because we want to see how much we have between the high point and whatever that ATR is. Okay, so we use the range and we look at the high point here. Now, and where's the ATR? So we want to know how much is left, and the opposite for the low. So it gives you these numbers so you can figure out how much gas is left in the tank. And if somebody has a better name for it, I think some people call it room up, room down, but I don't really, that just doesn't seem... I never liked that expression or that terminology. So I like to think of it as how much gas is left in the tank. So that's that new column, and I will have to send that out. You'll get these two features here when the next time I send out the update to the indicator. I want to test them a little bit, make sure everything looks good before I release it. So that's what's going on. Today's been an interesting trading day. Looking at the pound dollar here going up, up, up. I'm not sure why, but it just broke out of that high. So you see here, there's a breakout trade that worked. And then you can look over here, you see it's already up 8 pips. So once again, the TRO zones dashboard, you can just turn these columns on and off to your heart's content and basically customize your own dashboard. And I've got a feature that I'm thinking about adding. But I think it's really gonna, you guys are really gonna like it. You're gonna probably want more and more, but we'll see what happens. So anyway, we can see there was a nice little breakout trade. It's kind of nice when the market works with you when I'm demonstrating something. So I haven't had any other questions, so hopefully you guys are enjoying this indicator. in the sense that it's making you more profitable, helping you find trades. And like right here, we've got the pound franc is in the rat zone, and it's also in the holo zone. And you can see here, you've got, looks like I've got too many columns. I can't. So let's see, we could probably knock off a few of these columns here. What do we have? Well, the weekly gap for the most part is over, but even though there are some that really gapped up, and so we might still want to have that, but just for demonstration purposes, we can turn that column off. Do we want to have anything else? Let's see. Let's turn off the crash. And how about the regular breakout? Now, see here, I've just put the minus and the plus. I might consider the same feature on this breakout column. So let me know, because sometimes people get used to one thing and then you go change it. It's like Microsoft with Windows 7, 8, 10. I mean, drives you nuts. Just when you're settled down, you're used to it, then they go and change it. And I've never liked ATR value column. Let's turn that off for now. And let's just say okay. That gives me some room. So that's how that works. And so you can see right here, it's within 20 pips of that high rat zone. And it's above the H1 highest open. Well, considering there's only been 2 for the day. But that was a nice little breakout trade right there. It dipped back down. You could have caught it again. Double dipping. So that's it, fellow traders. I hope you, those of you who are U.S. citizens, I hope you voted. And those of you who aren't, I sure hope you haven't voted, because that's against the law. But anyway, I hope it's been a green pip day to you guys. Banking those pips, draining the banks. And as always, you know it's coming. It's not what you trade. It's how you trade it, fellow traders. This is TheRumpledOne signing off.